Hello, my friend. Welcome to the channel and thank you for watching. I hope you can hear me this time because I am doing this video one more time. I posted the same video early on and the audio wasn't there. The reason was that YouTube blocked my video for some copyright issues, the background music, and I decided to mute the music, but at the same time it muted even my voice. So I was talking and talking and nobody could hear me. So I'm not going to explain too much. If you do YouTube, you know what I'm talking about, right? Trying to mute your voice and you end up by try to mute the music and you end up by muting the entire video. But it is what it is. This is a part of this job, okay? You can work for hours and hours. You you upload the video on YouTube and you have, copyright issues, the sound issues, and all the good stuff. But it is what it is. I'm happy that I can restart it, even though it's gonna take me more time to do it. So in this video, we're gonna talk about Ole at the wheel. This is my reaction because the other day we heard everything after their loss against Liverpool. Many sources told us that Ole is going to be sacked in the morning, and in the morning he was still there. He went to training as if nothing happened. So after that, we started getting some news from Fabrizio Romano and other sources that it was never a question to sack him. He's going to stay there. They're going to give him another opportunity. They still trust in him. It was not acceptable that he loses against their enemy Liverpool, but they're going to support him. And that makes a little bit of sense, okay? Let me try to be a little bit unbiased here, okay? As a Chelsea fan, I would say keep Ole at the wheel because he's not going to win anything. He's not a danger for my team. But as a football fan, if I look things from another perspective, it kind of makes sense because they spent a lot of money building a team under Ole. They got Harry Maguire, Ronaldo, Jadon Sancho, and many of them, including Van de Beek, even though Van de Beek is not playing. So they got great players, and Ole is very good with the young people from the academy. He is giving a chance to somebody like McTominay. He's trusting Rashford. Rashford is not a young kid anymore from the academy, but you know what I mean. He's very good in man management, which is the opposite of Jose Mourinho, who will come and just destroy the confidence of the whole team, expose all the weaknesses of the academy and the kid, and say whatever he wants in the media. For somebody like Ole, he's going to be very diplomatic and encouraging. So in one way, you can see that Ole is a good fit. And if they didn't trust him, they were not going to spend a lot of money on him if they knew that they were going to sack him. So what the point of sacking him now when he got pretty much everything that he wanted? Well, not a CDM, but almost everybody is there. And now what is missing is the result, a trophy, So what the heck of going for somebody else instead of continuing with this guy that we've been together for such a long time? So completely understand them, and that is not even my problem. Why am I even speaking about this topic? Because of Antonio Conte. Remember, he used to be a Chelsea Football Club, won us the Premier League and also the FA Cup. So I have a lot of respect toward Antonio Conte. He's one of my favorite. The energy, the passion, everything that he was doing, I was okay. Probably not okay with the system doing the same things over and over again. But hey, you're not gonna find 100% manager that you're gonna like everything about him. So Antonio Conte not signing for Man United is a good thing as a Chelsea fan, of course, because I didn't want to see one of the managers that I have a lot of respect to managing another team. But also the way he's going to conduct that group. Do you think that somebody like Greenwood or all the academy players are going to have any chance in the first team? I don't think so. Antonio Conte is somebody who doesn't like people with attitude. You give him a bad attitude, you are out. No negotiation, no nothing. He's going to put you in the freezer. So it was going to be interesting. He was going to come to Man United, win few trophies, and then everything was going to fall apart. And let's face it, United, if you want somebody who can take your team to the next level, I don't think Conte is somebody that you can build for the future. But like I said, I'm happy that you're not going to get him anymore. I'm a Chelsea fan. I don't want to see him at Man United the way I saw Jose Mourinho. But it is what it is. And why I am even discussing too much about all this nonsense, because also Frank Lampard being brought into the conversation. Frank Lampard, the comparison between Frank Lampard and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and also Mikel Arteta. My problem is everybody is trying to capitalize on Frank Lampard's name so they can make shows, they can make money, talking a lot of nonsense out of context. If you're gonna compare this guy here, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who've been in the job for 3.5 years, had more than 6 transfer windows, yeah, got Ronaldo, got everybody that he wanted. You're gonna compare him with Frank Lampard, who was there for 18 months. The first season, nobody wanted to take charge of Chelsea because no money, no transfer, we were banned. He took over Chelsea Football Club in crisis, promoted 11 players from the academy. The second season, he bought 7 players. No preseason, COVID, a lot of problems, injuries here and there, lack of form. Players from other leagues need to adapt in the Premier League. Yeah, I know. Those are excuses. It doesn't count. Context doesn't count. If you have an agenda and you have an ego, you try to push your narrative. Lampard was in a very, very bad situation. Aging players, very toxic dressing room, who couldn't take the fact that we are promoting a lot of youngsters and they are not playing games. They created too many problems. I'm not going to buy to the idea of, oh, he doesn't have experience, blah, 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 blah. Experience for 2 months. We were in crisis just for 2 freaking months. You heard it, because we had tons of injuries, COVID, and a very toxic dressing room. He doesn't have experience. What that has to do with experience? Did you say that the first season? Did you say that until December? You didn't say anything, right? You started talking nonsense when we started losing games. Now everybody is buying to the idea. Look at what Chelsea did to Lampard, and all of a sudden they won the Champions League. My brother, circumstances in life happen. You know what I mean? Circumstances in life happen. Context in everything in life. You need to put everything to context. Chelsea been doing it for years. The manager bounce. You fire somebody, you get somebody else. Everybody is going to wake up. You're going to force them. And then you win trophies and you are the hero. But you forgot somebody who worked very hard until that position. But context, like I said, it don't play, especially in the Chelsea community where we are used to buying trophies, sacking managers, buying expensive players and winning immediately. So I know that nobody is going to listen to me. I know that according to them, it's nonsense. But ask yourself a question, right? Thomas Tuchel failed to win the French league, apparently the Farmers League, with Mbappe, Neymar, Di Maria, and big names. He failed to win the Champions League final. Also, he failed to win the French Cup, the FA Cup in France. He didn't win it. Are you going to say that he's a bad manager? Are you going to say that he doesn't have experience? Why he didn't win it? In Germany, he didn't win the Bundesliga because Klopp was there, because Bayern Munich buying all the good players and all that. Are you going to call him a bad manager? Think about it. Context will play. Context will apply in this case if you love him. You're going to see all the good stuff and you're going to forget about not winning anything, right? But it doesn't apply. The context doesn't apply for a certain English manager and a certain Chelsea legend. For me, if Frank Lampard was given time like Ole or Arteta, he was not going to be the same position. He was not going to be the same Frank Lampard. And don't get me wrong, I'm happy with Tuchel. We won trophies. That's what we do at Chelsea Football Club. But continue to try to sabotage somebody even when he already left your club. And everybody, pundit, Man United fans, Chelsea fans especially, sabotaging Frank Lampard. He doesn't have experience. He's that and that. All the narrative and the BS that's going on there, context doesn't play. You know what I mean? There's no context. If you ask them why Thomas Tuchel didn't win anything at PSG, because Neymar and Mbappe don't defend. Is a context, right? But if it was Frank Lampard, because the fault is Frank Lampard. Why Timo Werner doesn't score goals until now? Blame Frank Lampard. It was Frank Lampard's fault for playing him out of position. Now, why he's not scoring? Yeah, he's just poor. He needs some rest. It's the COVID. He didn't have training, blah, 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 blah. You see? So, it's double standard. Depend on how you see things, depend on the narrative that you want to push, and depend on your ego. If you have a theory that you've been backing all this time, you don't want to be proven wrong. You want to always defend your theory to make yourself feel good. Leave Frank Lampard alone. You journalist, pundit, there is no comparison here. Somebody who had only one transfer window, you can't compare him with somebody who had 6, 7, or 8 transfer windows. Arteta got his own players. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got his own players and had the time to create their own system and try to get a result and win something. I hope that's going to help somebody, but you know what? I don't care about your blah blah. I say what I want in my channel. You believe me or not? I don't care.